What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the last regular hunting boot camp that we'll be doing this year. That's right, the off season is finally over. Teal season starts, well, I guess it'll be 5 days when you guys see this, so less than a week till teal season. So what better time than to do some teal tips and tricks to get you guys ready to go out and hopefully get some yourself. So the first tip, and this is just like all other types of waterfowl hunting, is scouting is important. Go out and scout areas that teal are gonna like and areas that you can hunt, and then hopefully you can find an area that teal like that you can also hunt. So areas that you can expect to find teal in, they like mud flats, like exposed mud flats, really shallow water, wetlands, marshes, stuff like that. That is really ideal teal habitat. That's where I would start looking if I was in a new area, trying to figure out where the teal are gonna be at. You know, those shallow water areas, backwaters of lakes, maybe an old offset channel of a river or something. Not saying that teal can't be on like a big lake or rivers or anything, just in my experience and in this area, they're all on little wetlands and stuff like that. So the second tip is, and it's pretty general knowledge, but I do feel it needs mentioned, is be prepared for the conditions you're gonna be hunting in. So, you know, look at the forecast. Teal season generally, it doesn't get cooler than 40 degrees, and if you're hunting in like afternoons, it can get over 90 degrees. So take that in consideration. You know, take a bottle of water with you, maybe take a long sleeve t-shirt or a sweatshirt if you're hunting in the morning and it's gonna be cooler, and wear a t-shirt underneath so you can, you know, take that sweatshirt off and not overheat. Maybe leave the face mask off and just go with face paint if it's gonna be sunny and hot, you know. Just stuff like that. Bugs are still gonna be out, so maybe you take mosquito spray or a thermocell out. It's just really general knowledge, but I do believe it does merit a consideration. It can help you have a more, if not successful, a more comfortable hunt. The third thing I wanted to talk about is decoying teal. So if you're just starting out or you want to save some money, you can get by with using just hen mallard decoys. Basically, they're like an oversized teal decoy. The only differences are the speculum and the bill color. Those are the only two differences. Otherwise, it might as well be a big teal. I know people that use this, they use nothing but hen mallard decoys during teal season, have great results with it. Myself, I don't use any hen mallard decoys during teal season. That's just a personal preference of mine. I actually run, here's some of what I run. These are just half dozen green wings. Then I got, I don't know, maybe 3 blue wing decoys. So I run 9 teal decoys and 6 coot decoys. You know, we got coots around here all the time. So that's my teal decoy strategy. It works pretty well. Lately on social media though, I've been seeing guys that run the hen mallards have gotten teal decoys, and so they're just mixing them in together, and they're saying more and more the teal are keying in on the teal decoys. So there is something to be said for that realism aspect. I feel like, you know, the teal recognize what a teal decoy, whether it be maybe just a subtle the way the head is shaped or something. The teal are picking out the teal decoys from the hen mallard decoys and keying in on those when they're decoying. So just something to think about. Obviously, there's a bunch of different decoy strategies out there and for all kinds of hunting. Ducks, goose, and teal are no different. So just give you guys a little something to think about, and hopefully maybe try something new this season. Speaking of decoying teal, that brings me to my fourth tip. Get a spinning wing decoy. Of all the waterfowl species out there, teal love these things. These are like the most effective on teal. I don't know what the reason is, if it's because it's that early in the season and they haven't seen any other spreads, but they love spinning wing decoys. So go out and get you a spinning wing decoy. It doesn't have to be a teal. They'll come into mallards. I have a buddy that uses dove spinning wing decoys and, you know, saves money that way because the doves are a lot cheaper than the teal or mallard spinners. But go out and get you a spinning wing decoy. They are very effective on teal. The fifth tip is go out and get you a teal specific call, whether that's just a call or a whistle. It doesn't really matter, but just something that'll actually sound like a teal out there, and that can help you pull in even more birds. So like the whistle, this is what a teal whistle sounds like. Just little peeps in a whistle, really simple, probably the easiest whistle to do. And then this is the teal call, just. And now compare that to a mallard. That sounds a little more raspy to me. This one sounds a little more high-pitched, like a teal. And I'll admit, this will be my first year using this. I've had the whistle for a long time and had great results with that, but this will be the first time using a teal specific call. I got sold on the idea of it from the Duck Gun podcast. They really convinced me that I needed one of these, so we'll see exactly what happens, but I'm pretty excited to give this a go. So the next thing I want to talk about, and there's really not too much to it, is just shot size. So I shoot 4s for all ducks. That's just what I use throughout the season until extreme late season. Then I'll put 2s in just in case a goose comes in too. But I use 4s for teal, mallard, any duck. I'm using 4-shot basically. I know you can also use 6-shot. So 6 or 4-shot, those are the best ones to use for teal. Finally, and this is a super important tip, is be sure it's a teal. There's a few other species that might be around while you're teal hunting that can be mistaken for teal, whether it be how they fly, or a lot of it is the color of their wings. What I'm specifically talking about is the northern shoveler. Their speculum looks exactly like a blue-winged teal speculum. And all these ducks are gonna be brown this time of year, just like the teal. They're all in their eclipse plumage, so they're all gonna be the same, basically the same color. But that's why you have to go off those other duck ID differences, the bill shape, the size, and it could be kind of confusing when you're just starting out and you see a duck, it's out there, and you don't really have a scale for how big that duck is while it's flying. So that can be kind of challenging. So if you have to, let them land in your decoys and then scope them out with your binoculars. Look at the bill. Another one that'll be around this time of year is a wood duck. They kind of have they have the crest on the back of their head, and they have a blue, like a darker blue wing speculum, but they also can get mistaken for teal. Those are the two most accidentally shot species during teal season, are wood ducks and shovelers. So I would urge everyone to just be sure of your target, be sure that it is a teal. Because if hunters in your state shoot too many non-teal species, your state could lose its teal season. So it's very important that you know exactly what species of duck you are shooting at. But that's all I have for you guys today and for this off season. We are 5 days away from finally being back out in the marsh and chasing some teal. So hopefully you learned something today and you can use this here in the upcoming weeks whenever your teal season starts. And hopefully you enjoyed this whole series of hunting boot camps. We'll be back next off season to bring you some more stuff. Might have some throughout the season, I don't know yet. But we'll also have cooking videos for deer, duck, goose, whatever, even fish. If we catch it or shoot it, we're gonna cook it, and we're gonna show you how to cook it as well. Hopefully you guys will enjoy those and check those out if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our hunting exploits, and we'll catch you next time, guys. See ya.